What is going on, guys? I hope you're all doing well. Before we start with the video, I just want to ask you guys to please subscribe to the channel for more NBA content like this. And also, if you do enjoy this video, please be sure to leave a like. It makes a big difference in helping this channel grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. Alright, in today's video, I want to talk about the team that is on an incredible run. The way they've been able to turn their season around has been very impressive. They are playing arguably the best basketball in the NBA right now, and nobody wants to challenge them because that's how good they are. The Boston Celtics. Have you seen this run they're on, man? I could not believe it. And it's crazy how they got to this point where they're now, as of today, fighting for 4th in the East with the Bulls. They could have home court in the playoffs. And when you think about that, given the fact that they were a play-in team like 2 months ago, is very impressive. They are like 14 games over 500 as opposed to being like, 2 games over at the start of the All-Star break. They have really turned it around, and now they are one of the scariest teams in the league right now. They are playing the best basketball. They are likely to clinch a playoff spot and avoid the play-in, and nobody wants to see them in the playoffs. Nobody, because of how they're playing right now. And it's crazy how we got here, because heading into the season, there were a lot of expectations because Jayson and Jaylen are 2 superstars. The team around them, pretty good. New coach with Ime Udoka, who hoped to bring some new energy to this team. And, you know, the expectation was, okay, this can be a dark horse contender. And the season started off very bad for them. And there's a lot of reasons why. Jayson and Jaylen were both just not there offensively. Either one would have a good night and the other one would be bad, or both would just be bad. There was no consistency in their games, especially on offense. The team's overall defense was just terrible. They had no answers for any of the best guys on any team on a given night. And also, they were, just not a well-coached team. They blew leads all the time, especially earlier in the year. Like, I remember that game against the Bulls where they were up like 20 heading into the 4th, and they lost. They had that game multiple times against other teams too. Teams that the Celtics should beat, right? They lost to a lot of bad teams. And it was like, what is going on here? And the conversation quickly switched to, is it time to break up the Jayson and Jaylen duo? And I was never on that bandwagon, but it was the conversation, especially nationally. There was conversations about it all the time. Do you break up the duo? Do you trade Jaylen Brown? Do you trade Jayson Tatum? It was the dumbest shit, but it was happening, and you couldn't really get mad at it because the team was just not playing that well. And, given they had the expectations of being a solid playoff team that could make some noise and have a good run, they were just not that team. And people wondered if they had already peaked. But now, after the All-Star break, they are now the best defense in the NBA, one of the best offensive teams in the NBA. Jayson Tatum is having a historic scoring run, one that I have been so excited to watch. And, well, for clarity, Jayson Tatum is probably my second favorite player in the NBA, outside of Zach LaVine. He has been my favorite player since he got in the league, and that hasn't changed, even with the struggles. And to see him now go on this tear, dropping 50 against the Nets, KD and Kyrie in the building, and he dropped 50, dropping 50 again another night, dropping 44 the other day against the Pistons. He's on an incredible scoring run, and it's so fun to watch. They also are playing the best defense. Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown both playing great defense. Marcus Smart has been a really good defender. He had such a terrible start to the season, especially on offense, but you cannot deny what he does on defense. He is not their point guard though, and that was the problem. You needed a actual point guard and not just Marcus Smart or Tatum bringing up the ball every game. Derek White, coming in from the trade deadline, probably the steal of the deadline. The way he came in is a good defender, not a solid offensive guy. Like, you're not going to get 15 or 17 points from him, but you know what he'll do? Create shots for others. And that's important. That's what the guys needed, especially Jayson and Jaylen. So to have Derek White come in and be a really legit point guard for this team has been impressive. And Al Horford's been good. They've had some good shots from their other guys. Robert Williams has been really good this season. Peyton Pritchard has been making his shots consistently, which has been good to watch. So this team overall has just been on an incredible run, and they've all been playing very well. And we're now looking at it as the coaching has been also incredible, by the way. Like, there were conversations like, did the Celtics regret hiring Ime Udoka? Like, was he even built for the NBA, like, as a coach? And, you know, he said some stuff earlier in the year where you were like, huh? Because he called out his guys, like, in press conferences and stuff like that. He was not afraid to do it, and he came across as a dick sometimes, but the guys liked it. They liked the accountability. They liked being called out. They liked being challenged by their head coach. And that matters so much, right? When you can turn around your season like this, I think you have to give so much of the credit to coaching, because it's not easy to do something like this. And for the coach to be willing to call guys out and for the players to buy into it and put the effort in and actually, you know, turn it around is cool to watch. Because it's, at the end of the day, the Celtics are a fun team to watch when they are clicking. Like, watch them now, especially with the way they've been playing. They're a fun team to watch. Like, especially when Jayson Tatum is dropping 50 every other night. It's awesome to watch. So, to be now here where the Celtics are, like I said earlier, tied for 4th, they might get home court in the first round after, you know, just at the All-Star break being a play-in team. That's fucking impressive, man. They've won, like, what, 18 out of 20-something games? You know, Jayson Tatum is the highest scorer since the All-Star break, averaging, like, 35, which is insane. All the net ratings for the Celtics, they're all, like, near the top in the league. They've really turned it around. And now the conversation is this a sneaky finals team? Or a sneaky contender, sorry. And I don't know about contender, but I will say this. If the season ended today, the Celtics would be playing the Bulls. The Bulls would have the home court advantage, but it would be Bulls-Celtics in the first round if the season ended today. And as a Bulls fan, that would actually make me nervous. Because Tatum and Jaylen, despite, you know, the whole on and off thing, they have playoff experience, right? They've been in big games at young age too. Like, I mean, Jayson Tatum as a rookie was going up against LeBron in Game 7, going head-to-head with him. He has all this playoff experience. My team doesn't. My Bulls don't. So, as a Bulls fan, if I was facing the Celtics in the first round, I'd be nervous as hell. Especially with the way the Celtics have been playing right now. Their defense has been insane. They have bucket getters on offense. I don't know, man. Could they make a run? I can't say definitively because the East is so fucking good this year, man. And the Celtics are part of it. The Celtics are part of the mix. And whether they make a deep run or not is going to all depend on matchup. Like, could they beat the Bulls in a first-round series? They definitely could. As a Bulls fan, I wouldn't want that, but they definitely could beat the Bulls in a first-round series. And then after that, you'd play probably the Heat as the number 1 seed. The Celtics could beat the Heat, because the Heat, I don't trust them offensively. The Celtics, especially if Tatum's playing like this, it wouldn't surprise me if the Celtics beat them. Like, the Celtics realistically can go to the conference finals. Whether they do or not is, again, like I said, dependent on matchups and health and all of that, right? But they could do it. They really can, man. And as someone who is a fan of Jayson Tatum, it would be cool to watch. I hope my team beats him, but, you know, it is what it is. This has been so cool to watch, just how this season has turned around. I love when teams do this in the NBA, or just in any sport either. Like, when they get off to such a slow start and everyone starts to question, like, are they even, like, that good? Are they frauds? Are they pretenders? Whatever. And then for them to just, like that, turn it around and look like one of the best teams in the league. I love stuff like that because it shows that nothing's for certain, right? Like, anything can happen at any given time, especially in a long season like this, right? Teams can start off hot and fall off right away. Teams can start off like shit and climb up right away. It all can happen so quick, and that's part of what makes the season so fun. So, I'm having a lot of fun watching the Celtics team. I pray to God that I don't face them in the first round. Honestly, although my Bulls could put up a good fight, I think it would be tough. It would be a very difficult first round series. So let's see, man. Let's see how this season ends. Let's see where the Celtics end up in the standings. And, you know, depending on what they do, maybe they can make a deep run. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to ramble off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thoughts on the Celtics team. Do you think they're actual title contenders? Do you think they can make a deep playoff run? All of that, let me know in the comments down below what you think. And if you haven't already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for more NBA content like this. And that's it. Thank you guys, as always, for your continuous support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.